Hello, good morning. Thank you once again for joining me here in my journey of faith and devotion. This morning, I just came from uh, a ride, no? Going back to Cebu. We crossed over early at around 4:30 in the morning from Bacolod all the way to San Carlos. It was very dark. It was still dark. We went through a valley, and it was dark, and it was a little bit unsettling. It made me think about the verse in Psalm chapter 23, that even though I walk through the darkest valley. When you say darkest valley, and when I went there, I remember there's a sense of fear, uncertainty, a sense of a foreboding gloom, a sense of helplessness. You don't really know where you're going, and then suddenly your mind starts to wander, and you start to think about things that are not supposed to be thought about. Um, you know, in life, in our road trip, as I mentioned yesterday, some people go through that. You know, they go through a time of darkness. They go through that darkest valley where there is a feeling of helplessness, a feeling of dread. It could come in the form of depression, where people lose hope, where people find or experience a deep sense of sadness that they cannot explain. Sometimes that darkest valley comes in the form of grief, when you lose someone you love, when you lose someone so dear to you, and that heartbreaking loss makes you seem so helpless that you cannot move on. You cannot see beyond that darkness. Some people are experiencing great fear and anxiety, a feeling of not being able to solve their problem, or the thought of just thinking of everything that could possibly happen, the bad things that can happen, will eventually happen. So there are so many people out there experiencing this. The most important thing is that this verse doesn't end when I go through the darkest valley. It continues. And you know what it says? For thou art with me. Our God is with us in our time when we experience that darkest valley. Our God is with us every time we feel fear. Our God is with us when we feel helpless. When we call upon Him, our God is with us. And it also continues, your rod and your staff will comfort me. Like a shepherd, he brings two things, a rod and a staff. The rod is for warding off wolves and predators. It's a tool for protection. Our God, our great shepherd, will protect us. Our great shepherd will watch over us. Our great shepherd will be there to support us and preserve us. That is His promise in Psalm 23. But He has another tool, His staff. His staff is about guidance. The shepherd just raises his staff, and all the sheep will follow in that direction. Our God is also there to guide us. When we feel lost, when we feel hopeless and we don't know where to go, even in our important family decisions, our God is there. Our great shepherd is there to support us and guide us. This morning, I'd like to share with you these Bible verses. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Psalm 32 verse 8, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. Imagine that. God has His eyes on you. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 3, the Lord is faithful. He will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. And of course, my favorite psalm in 91 verse 1 to 4, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Friends, thank you so much for watching this video. My prayer is that you will find strength, you will find comfort, you will find protection in our God. He is our shepherd, and even though you walk through that darkest valley, when you feel like you are hopeless, when you feel like you can no longer move on, if there's an addiction that is pervading over your life, believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. He is there for us. Thank you once again, and I'll see you next time. God bless.